liberate your mind. Let's just make sure the audio, yes, it is working. Liberate your mind. That sounds like such a broad, massive topic, and I suppose it is. But when we begin to start liberating our minds through loads of different things, one of them being the video that I just filmed 10 minutes ago, which was titled Fuck Comfort, overcoming the anxieties of taking a step into the unknown, starting to accept yourself. This will lead to liberation. This will lead to freedom. It's not an easy journey, it's not a short journey, although maybe it will be. But for me, it took dedication, time, and understanding, concepts that sometimes you think don't make any sense, when you realize that you are enough, you are whole, you're everything you need to be and want to be right now in this moment. And if you're listening to this thinking, I'm not though, I want this, this, and this, there will come a point when you realize that you are enough. You can have aspirations, dreams, hopes to do all of these things. That's good, that's healthy, that's wonderful. But they don't define you. They don't make you any more or any less of a person. That's when we start to liberate the mind. We break free from the illusion. We start to ask questions. We become an individual. We realize that, why am I doing that? Is it to please somebody that doesn't matter in my life, or is it to please somebody that I think is judging me? Am I doing that to be the person that I think people expect me to be? We don't need to be. We can be whoever we want. We can liberate the mind and choose to not let our past or our projected future define us. We can change that in every step. We can choose freedom over confinement, liberation and joy over being kept in that box, whether it's mentally through societal control and things that you think that you should be. You know, I'm 33, so I should be doing this, I should have this job, I should have this much money, I should have a house, I should have a wife and child. We don't need to let these things that society dictates to us define us. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Do I want to do this? Is this coming from a place of asking myself who I truly am and sitting with that and saying, speaking to God, saying, is this truly what I want? Is this truly an expression of my true inner being, or is it just what I think is expected of me by my parents, my grandparents, or my peers, my colleagues? And that's what I mean by radical self-acceptance, because that becomes liberation. When you do things for, and it's not for yourself either. It's not for selfish reasons, because we can truly flourish when we sit with God and we ask questions. Will turn out that it will be the best for the people around us. It will be the best for humanity. If you're doing things from a place of selfishness, it won't be the same. It doesn't feel the same. When you sit and you truly connect with your passion, what you have been brought to this earth to do, what's your divine calling. And now that could be anything. I don't mean it even needs to be something grand. Just what have you been called to do? And when you sit, work that out, sit in silence. I always say this, every video I talk about sitting in silence. We must sit with our own thoughts. If we don't, if there's too much noise, we can't process what's going on. We can't sit and understand what our mind is trying to tell us, or what God is trying to tell us, the universe, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it, the Word of God. We must sit down, ask ourselves, what do I want to do? What's truly bringing joy to my heart, passion to my inner being, And do that. Sit in silence. Ask yourself these questions. Don't expect an answer immediately. Don't expect some sort of channeling, some inner power. Oh, this is what I should be doing. Listen to the subtlety of the answer. It could be small little nudges, calls from friends, texts, posts you see when you're scrolling Instagram, YouTube videos that just pop up and you're like, yeah, that's weird, that's aligned, that's what I'm thinking about at the moment. There is no coincidence. Things don't happen by accident. Everything happens for a reason. So when you see those little things, follow it, tune into it. Believe that that's the word of God. And if you don't believe that that's your higher self speaking, your true self, your powerful inner guide. But that's liberation. Liberate the mind. Live from a place of unbound potential, freedom, joy. When we're free from the constraints of, I can't do that, I can't talk on the camera in public because people will think I'm an idiot. You know, when we're free from these constraints, our lives are better. Our lives are freer. And then, like I've said many times, the world becomes your playground. And don't we all want to live a life of joy and playfulness, happiness? We don't want to be stifled. We don't want to let this thing here hold us back from our true potential, what we know we're capable of. Because we are unbound, untapped potential that you can create absolutely anything you want. The potential is limitless and endless within each and every one of you. And I. Whatever we think, we can achieve. Whatever we dream, we can manifest. We can bring it into this life. With limitless potential, knowing that we are limitless. Look around you. Let the miracles of life prove to you that we are limitless. The way that tree there behind me, that's, I don't know, 60 feet tall, has grown from a small seed that big. It carries all the information and it receives its nutrients mostly from the air. Or you just look around at all the people. They've all got exactly the same life troubles that you and I have been dwelling on or worrying about for days, weeks, months, years. Everyone has these worries, these stresses, but when we liberate the mind, that's when we break free from the chains and we can do what we want with our lives, in our lives. Enjoying that freedom. Freedom, liberation. I mean, the miracle of the world is everywhere, you know, from the tree to that water there. Water came to this earth. There were trees, no, was it? Water came to earth in giant meteors of ice, and the water we drink has probably passed through hundreds if not thousands of dinosaurs. There is miraculous happenings, or whatever you want to call it, going on all around us at all times. I'm currently walking across a suspension bridge. Just everything is a miracle, and when we get in touch with that feeling and we realize that all around is this unbelievable potential, we can liberate the mind. I'll leave that video here as we're nearing the 10 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed it. Another topic I've really enjoyed talking about as I cross this famous bridge, Albert Bridge in London, where Let me see if I can find the sign. There's a sign somewhere which tells soldiers that they must break. Yeah, here we are. All troops must break march because it's a weak bridge. If troops are to march across in formation, could destabilize the bridge. I always think that's just a lovely sign. Look at it, wonderful. Liberate the mind. Hope you've enjoyed this one as much as I've enjoyed filming it on this absolutely wonderful summer's day in London. Until the next one, please comment what you feel. Let me know. I'd love to start a discussion. That's meditation.